The Sacramento Kings have made it very clear that they want Russell Westbrook on their team. The Sacramento Kings have been in talks with Westbrook for an extended period and have a mutual interest. Russell Westbrook also wants to go to Sacramento. A recent photo just got posted as well that Russ was hanging out with DeMar DeRozan, but something is holding Russell Westbrook back before signing a deal. The Kings' dream offseason is to land both Jonathan Kuminga and Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is waiting to see if the Sacramento Kings can bring in Jonathan Kuminga first before he signs that deal. Because if the Kings do bring in Kuminga, they're simply going to be more competitive and it's going to entice Westbrook to join the team even more. The problem with the Kings right now is their backcourt is super crowded. They just signed Dennis Schroeder. They have Malik Monk. Don't forget Keon Ellis. They also have Devin Carter. Zach LaVine is their star shooting guard. So if Russell Westbrook just joins that team, he's not going to get big minutes like he did last season playing with the Nuggets. Like seriously, Russell Westbrook was incredible last season playing as the sixth man for the Denver Nuggets. He proved to the league that he can be a superstar in a bench role. That's exactly what he did playing for the Nuggets. He proved that he can shift his style of play to support the best player on the team, rather than him being the best player on the team. 2 seasons ago, Russ played for the Clippers, and then in the 2024 offseason, the Clippers traded Russell Westbrook away for Chris Dunn. But immediately after the Nuggets eliminated the Clippers in the playoffs, Russ made it clear that the Clippers made a huge mistake letting him go. Picked the wrong person, didn't they? So how can Russell Westbrook go to the Kings? The Kings already tried to make a move. What they did was they tried to offer the Warriors Malik Monk and a few draft picks in exchange for Jonathan Kuminga, but the Warriors ultimately declined that offer. Honestly, I think the Warriors made a huge mistake there. They should have taken that offer because I actually believe Malik Monk fits the Warriors rotation way better than Jonathan Kuminga would. Malik Monk is a solid playmaker but can also be an off-ball shooter, which is what the Warriors need right now. They need more natural scoring, which Malik Monk can bring to the table, especially beyond the arc. Jonathan Kuminga, we know, is not a good shooter. He's more of an interior power presence at the forward position. So the Warriors should have taken that offer to help the Kings as well, but I actually believe it helps them even more. So the Kings somehow have to convince the Warriors to give them Jonathan Kuminga. And then of course, once that happens, Kuminga would be happy in Sacramento, and then Russell Westbrook can join a revamped team. If they're able to work this Kuminga trade out as it's presented, that means they're also going to sign Russell Westbrook. That may not be the case, but it certainly is incredibly plausible. We do know this. For the Westbrook thing to happen, the Kuminga thing would almost definitely have to happen. Russell Westbrook can also get paid more money going to the Sacramento Kings as well, as they still got their mid-level exception. This is how much the Kings could offer Russ. $14.1 million. That is a lot more than what the Denver Nuggets offered Russell Westbrook last season. So Russ could also be targeting money in his final years of his career. But there's also another team heavily interested in Russell Westbrook now, and they're in the Eastern Conference. Big thanks to SeatGeek for sponsoring Easy Buckets. Easy Buckets family, the NBA season is about to start, and you have to prepare to get your cheap tickets on SeatGeek because they have the best ticket prices anywhere. You know it. You can download the app with the link in the bio, or of course go on the website SeatGeek.com. On checkout, be sure to use my discount promo code EasyBuckets with an S at the end to get an extra $20 off USD your purchase. Your cheap tickets on SeatGeek just became even cheaper. New rumor, the Knicks are one of new possible destinations for Russell Westbrook. The Knicks are currently looking for a backup point guard, and Russell Westbrook is on that list. We hear the Knicks have been targeting Ben Simmons from open free agency, but the fact that Ben has not signed with the Knicks yet only means the Knicks are waiting to see if the Sacramento Kings situation works out, and that if not, they want to go for Russell Westbrook first, because Russell Westbrook is a lot better than Ben Simmons at this point of both their careers. Russell Westbrook going to the Knicks would actually be good for him because the Knicks are championship contenders, especially representing the East in this upcoming season. They could go all the way to the finals because I believe they're the best team right now without Boston being healthy, without Indiana being healthy. And then bringing out Russell Westbrook would just be a cherry on top. He'll bring a tenacity off the bench. He could be a great playmaker when Jalen Brunson sits, and he can also bring that on-ball defense that we saw many times with him playing with the Denver Nuggets last season, the Knicks will get a hidden gem if Russell Westbrook signs with them on a minimum contract, because that's all they can offer him. Personally, I prefer the Knicks for Russell Westbrook because it puts him in a position where he can compete for a championship. If he goes to the Sacramento Kings, they're gonna really have to play extra good if they want to be successful with Russ. But the Knicks are already a solid team. Russ just has to come and sharpen their edges. We're hearing the Phoenix Suns are targeting Russell Westbrook as well, but in my opinion, I think the Suns are not the best case scenario for Russ. I actually believe if he goes to the Suns, he'll actually have a less chance of making the playoffs than him going to the Sacramento Kings. So I don't think that Russ wants to go to a team that really needs him to do a lot of the work, especially in this point of his career. He has to go to a team that's already competitive. And experts are now believing that the Miami Heat are going to be competitive this upcoming season because the East is easier and they've also made revamped moves to their roster this summer. The Heat just brought in Norman Powell, who's going to give them a huge offensive punch. We all know Powell can drop 20 points a game easily, and with the Heat being a team known for struggling on offense, they're more of a defensive-minded team. They've already improved this summer, and I do see them making the playoffs for sure. And that's where Russell Westbrook comes in as well. If he wants to go to a team where he can get significant minutes, he could actually be the starting point guard and still compete in the East, he can go to the Miami Heat. The Orlando Magic are also keeping tabs on Russell Westbrook because yes, they've solidified their starting point guard position, but they don't have a backup point guard now, especially after getting rid of Cole Anthony. The Magic would love Russell Westbrook as their six-man point guard, and right now, with the Magic being expected to rise to the top of the Eastern Conference, Russ could see that as well and want to join the party. But the problem with joining the Magic is it would have to be on a veteran's minimum contract, and I'm not sure if Russell Westbrook really wants that right now in his career. I'm suggesting that the Boston Celtics sign Russell Westbrook on a 1+1 deal. We all know that Jason Tatum is not going to be playing in this upcoming season, so a lot of negativity hype is surrounding Boston right now, that they're not going to make the playoffs, they're not going to win games, they're not going to be competitive. But with Russell Westbrook joining the team, he could be the starting point guard and replace that Drew Holiday kind of role that they had last season and help them try and be competitive in the East. Because even though they don't have their star player, they can still try to win games on this low-risk move. So I want to know your thoughts. Where will Russell Westbrook sign? Because of course, we're feeling that that decision is coming very soon. Let's get a chat going in the comments below. But the Lakers have a secret plan to bring Luka Doncic a new superstar partner, and I'm telling you, this rumor and news and secret plan is going to shake and change the atmosphere of the league. Check out this video, but other than that, take it easy, God bless. See y'all next time on Easy Buckets. Peace.